Hello there, Golf Freak here, and welcome to my Let's Talk About Mass Effect 3. Oh boy, that's going to be like part 0, I guess. So anyway, I'm definitely going to be getting it. It's going to be an awesome game. So I'm going to be talking a little bit on some of the classes and weapons and stuff on the wiki for IGN. Yeah. Anyway, so I played the game 3 times. The first time I played it, I recorded. And each of the times, I want to point out that I played as a soldier. And the reason I played as a soldier was because of the weapons that I could use, which is that the soldier can use every weapon. And the reason for that I loved was because I love sniping. That's like my thing. And I loved the assault rifle. The assault rifle class. So I wanted both, and unfortunately the only class that had both was a soldier class. And so I just stayed as a soldier. So we're looking right over here. We get any weapon Shepard acquired in Mass Effect 2 will carry over to Mass Effect 3. Awesome! So I'm going to get all of my weapons, which is awesome. Hopefully I get my Geth sniper rifle. That would be awesome. And then you got some more stuff you can read through here. So basically that's like, yeah, so I get my old weapon, so that's cool. So does this mean I'm going to have to be a soldier again? Well, we go over to classes, and we can see here that where does it say? In the first 2 games, each class will have certain type of weapons, and these were the only weapons they could use. Not so anymore. Where does it say? Oh, I thought it said somewhere else. Anyway. Oh, soldier class. Okay, any class can pick up and use any weapon. So they can use any weapon. And only the soldier class can hold every type of weapon at once. So I'm imagining it's going to be like 4 weapons for every class but the soldier, which is fine. So I'm not really sure if I should play as a soldier. So the reason why I'm talking to you guys is maybe getting some feedback on what class I should be. Though I do get the final decision in the end. So we're going to move on right along. We have the Adept. So Adepts are biotic specialists capable of disabling and killing enemies with raw biotic power. They are best for defeating enemies without firing a shot. And then they have like these powers that we can go through, but I'm not going to. Warp, throw, shockwave. And for me, personally, this is not me. Like this whole idea of like having this, no, I want a gun. So this is like... probably not, honestly. Not good. Who knows? We'll see. It's not too appealing for me. The next one is the Engineers. Engineers are tech specialists, the most effective class at disabling defenses or the toughest enemies, or of the toughest enemies, or incapacitating them to render them harmless. They have weapons training and unique ability to spawn combat drones, yada yada yada. You have these abilities right here, Sentry Turn, which is cool. So this was actually not too bad. Engineer class interests me. And the next, Infiltrator. Infiltrators are tech specialists with the unique ability to cloak themselves from visual and technological detection. Awesome! Their inventory is stacked with a wide variety of weapons, equipment, and powers. Infiltrators are deadly at any range, but particularly so with a sniper rifle. Awesome! And they have the special... I believe that you still need a special class because they access to sniper rifles and select ammo types from the soldier tree. So this is the thing is I like the soldier tree because of the ammo types. That was really cool. And so this infiltrator is basically has the tactical cloak, which is awesome, incinerate, which is awesome, sticky grenade, sabotage, and disruptor, and cryo ammo. This is basically like a mix between the soldier and engineer class. And for me personally, I think this fits my playstyle the most. The whole sniper thing and all that jazz. Yeah, this class will honestly probably be the one I choose. I'm not sure though. Next up we have the Sentinel, which I'll bring this over here. They bring both tech and biotic abilities. They have weapons training, advanced shield that make cover much less, taking cover much less. So that one's also not too bad. It's basically like you're kind of like a juggernaut type thing. You throw, warp, lift, grenade, tech armor, overloads, cryoblast. But that's once again not really me. I'm more of a gun guy, a sniper guy. And then last but not least we have the Soldier. The Soldier is Shepard's default class, which focuses on armed combat. Soldiers are pure combat specialists, and no one is tougher and more suited, taking down enemies. And then the Soldier is the one with the Omni Blade, and they can use they can have all weapons at once, and they have all the ammos So this one, basically, if I were to go down the list for classes that I would be willing to play personally, I would go Infiltrator, Soldier, Sentinel, Engineer, Adept. In fact, I'm missing a class, aren't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What class am I missing? Vanguard! No, I want to go to Vanguard. Darn it! Vanguard are feared for their high-risk, high-reward combat style. Closing quickly on enemies and destroying them at short range. Shotgunning, that's not my thing. Incendiary ammo, cryo ammo. So it has the ammo, Biotic Charge, Nova, Shockwave, and Pull. I'm not into this whole thing, but I guess we'll go down the list again. I would go with Infiltrator, Soldier, Sentinel, Engineer, Vanguard, Adept. I'm really not into the whole biotic thing, but that's my personal opinion. So anyway, zoom in on all of these weapons. So these are all the weapons that were in Mass Effect 2. Awesome! And I had like the majority of them too. There's my rifle, there's my sniper, and there's the shotgun, and there's the nuke. Oh, that gun was awesome. That helped me so much. Okay, so the little part of this video, I'm going to be asking you guys some questions. The first one is which class should I play as? I would like some feedback on that. I'm personally probably going to go with the Infiltrator, and that's just me. The second question I want to ask you is, should I play on Insanity or whatever the highest difficulty is? Once again, I played Mass Effect 2. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I played it 3 times, and I show highlights for my third Let's Play, which is my Insanity playthrough, which is the one I'm going to import for the walkthrough. So go watch that before you watch my Mass Effect 3 playthrough. And that's the backstory for that. So playing that save on Insanity seems to me like the logical thing to do. On top of that, I don't know how it's going to be in Mass Effect 3, but in Mass Effect 2, the only difference between my playthrough and the Insanity playthrough was I got a 25% increase in experience. That was it. I didn't import my character. I created an all new character, which looks basically just the exact same thing. And yeah. So to me, it actually wasn't too difficult. I only died a minimal number of times. So I don't know how difficult it would be, but the insanity difficulty is a very possible and possibly likely scenario. So my question to you guys is, do you want me to play on Insanity? And I would edit whenever I died should that happen, and I can always lower it later. So there's my question to you guys. My next question is, who wants to play with me? Because Mass Effect 3 has multiplayer. Yay! So what I'm going to be doing for this video is, if you want people to play with, like you kind of want, like just in general, doesn't matter what console, if you want to play with people that are kind of good or kind of know what they're doing instead of just random, leave in the comments your gamertag, ID, system, whatever, and people can basically use this video to basically find you if you're interested in playing that. For me personally, I'm getting it for the PlayStation 3. So if you want to play with me, you have to personally message me on YouTube. I will not be accepting friend requests on PlayStation Network. So send me a personal message. And if you can't do that, just leave a comment to this video saying, I want to play with you. I have a PS3 and here's my gamer tag. And if I send you a friend request, then that means that I'm willing to play with you. I don't know how many I'm going to accept, but we'll see. So anyway, there's that. And my final question is, once again, I played 3 different playthroughs of Mass Effect 2. So would you guys, and each one was different in their own rights. For example, my first one you guys all saw, which was kind of like just me running through it and trying different options, whatever I felt like, yada yada yada. And we ended up destroying the place the second time, and I went through all the DLC. The second playthrough was different. It wasn't a pure renegade playthrough, but it was more like just doing a lot of the opposites. And at the end, they actually had them keeping the fortress, and I hooked up with Tali. So that's something that's interesting. And yeah, so that's what's different there. And then in the third one, I went like hugely Paragon, because as I found out in BioWare games, I don't know if it's going to be the same for Mass Effect 3, but like for Dragon Age and stuff, if you're basically an ass in the game, then you're not going to get anything good out of it. There's no good in being a jerk. It's basically, if the only good will come from being good. So aside from that, and aside from the fact that that's kind of more around the way that I would personally choose out, I basically chose all Paragon. All the Paragon actions, all the save as many as we can type thing. And we went through, and I had myself hook up with my character, not myself, my character hook up with Ashley in the first one. I had that set up with the comic book, because there was no Mass Effect 1 for PS3. Oh well. And that's going to come into play hopefully for this third one, which is why I'm choosing to upload this. So I don't know if I've even mentioned my question yet. I get absent-minded. But anyway, those are the differences between the three. So I'm wondering if you guys want to see a full playthrough of all three, or just a full playthrough of the first one, highlights from the other two, or some kind of like weird combo where I like only show cutscenes or something like that. I don't know. And yeah, so that's all my questions for you guys. So this is coming out roughly a week before the game does. So yeah, so you'll have some time. So I'm looking very much forward to this. Yeah, we'll go with that. And anyway, thank you very much for watching. And I hope you're looking forward to it as much as I am. Thank you very much for watching. God bless.